Have you ever wondered how the world transitioned from the Dark Ages to a period of enlightenment? This journey begins with the Renaissance. The Renaissance, Italian for rebirth, sprang to life in the late 14th century, right in the heart of Italy. It was a time when the world began to awaken from a long, dark sleep. The societal conditions were ripe, with the Byzantine Empire's fall and a shift towards humanism, a philosophy that emphasized the value and agency of human beings. This was an era where individuals started to look back at the wisdom of ancient Greeks and Romans, seeking to reconcile it with their contemporary lives. The political landscape too was shifting, moving from feudalism to more structured city-states, creating an environment conducive to growth and change. The Renaissance, a time of rebirth, was not an overnight phenomenon, but a gradual progression that would forever change the course of human history. Art, during the Renaissance, underwent a dramatic transformation that would redefine its essence. This period, blossoming from the 14th to the 17th century, witnessed artists liberating themselves from the shackles of religious themes that dominated the Middle Ages. Instead, they began to embrace the concept of humanism, focusing on human potential and achievements, and naturalism, exploring the beauty and realism of the natural world. Renowned artists like Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, and Raphael emerged as leading figures of this artistic revolution. Leonardo, with his Mona Lisa and Last Supper, showcased intricate human emotions and perspective. Michelangelo's David and Sistine Chapel ceiling reflected the human form's beauty and strength. Raphael's School of Athens, meanwhile, celebrated intellectual and artistic creativity. This shift in artistic focus was not just a change in style, but a reflection of the changing mindset of society. The Renaissance art movement was a mirror to the era's intellectual curiosity, cultural growth, and the human spirit's resilience and creativity. The Renaissance was not just a rebirth of art, but also a period that saw a radical change in scientific thought. Indeed, this era became the cradle of the scientific revolution, a time where established beliefs were challenged and knowledge was expanded in ways that would shape our world. Among the pioneers of this revolution were significant figures like Galileo Galilei and Nicholas Copernicus. Galileo, with his innovative use of the telescope, shattered the age-old belief that the Earth was at the center of the universe. Meanwhile, Copernicus, through his heliocentric model, further solidified this new perspective, asserting the sun's central role in our solar system. These revolutionary discoveries were not without controversy. Yet, they sparked a thirst for knowledge and a spirit of inquiry that became the hallmark of the Renaissance. This wave of scientific curiosity and skepticism laid the groundwork for the empirical approach we now know as the modern scientific method. The Renaissance, thus, was a period that encouraged questioning, exploration, and discovery, setting the stage for the modern scientific method. The Renaissance was a cultural revolution that changed the way people lived, thought, and viewed the world around them. This period was marked by a fervent interest in literature, philosophy, and music, which reflected the humanist ideals of individualism and intellectual exploration. In literature, the Renaissance gave us William Shakespeare, whose works continue to influence storytelling and language even today. His plays and sonnets, filled with emotion and human experience, encapsulate the spirit of the era. The field of philosophy was also enriched by Renaissance thinkers. Niccolò Machiavelli, for instance, challenged the traditional notions of morality and politics with his pragmatic approach to leadership, forever altering political theory. Music, too, underwent a transformation. Polyphony, the use of simultaneous independent melodic lines, became prevalent, adding complexity and depth to musical compositions. The Renaissance, therefore, was a time of great cultural growth that laid the foundation for our modern world. The Renaissance was a period of rebirth, but what did it leave behind? Well, it left us a legacy that's still palpable today. The Renaissance wasn't merely a bygone era, it was a transformative movement that shaped the contours of the modern world. In art, the Renaissance brought forth the concept of realism, infusing life into the canvas. This influence is still seen today, with artists worldwide striving to capture the essence of their subjects, just as the masters did centuries ago. Science was similarly revolutionized. The scientific revolution, born in the Renaissance, laid the foundation for our modern scientific method. The notion of observing, questioning, and exploring the world around us continues to drive scientific discovery today. Culturally, the Renaissance's emphasis on individualism and humanism has permeated into our modern ethos. The value we place on human potential and achievement echoes of the Renaissance mindset. As we journey through history, we realize that the Renaissance was not just a period of rebirth, but a catalyst that propelled humanity into the modern era,